Well, I've got 6 sandalwood trees coming up. These are Australian sandalwoods, and I planted the seeds out last winter. I think I might have made a video about that. And here they are. How high are they? Getting on towards a foot high, some of them. About 6 in this pot. They're semi-parasitic, aren't they? So they are, well, there's privet roots going up into this pot because there's a privet tree just behind. And the roots are obviously going up into this pot. So if they need some roots to connect to, there's the nearby privet and this goji berry growing in the same pot. But these were all grown from seeds. These are sandalwoods, that's what they are. And they're one of the world's most expensive timbers, aren't they? I'm in the Lachlan Valley of New South Wales, but these sandalwoods are grown from South Australian or Western Australian sandalwoods. And they're doing very well. They have an edible nut. They're related to Quandongs. Now, Quandongs have both an edible nut and the edible fruit, meat around the fruit. The meat around the nut is the fruit and it's edible. So Quandongs have both fruit and nut, and they've always been eaten by our indigenous people. But these just have the nut that's usually eaten, apparently. So they are a nut as well as a very expensive fragrant wood related to Quandongs. What's this? This is Santalum something or other, and Quandongs I think are Santalum acuminatum. But these are growing very well. As I said, they were planted out in the winter time so they can stand quite some degrees of frost, and they stood our summer here. I've got some growing in the ground as well. I was given Quandong seeds at the same time, but I bought them from Bush Foods Australia in South Australia, I think they are, and they're run by a man called Lyle Dudley, and he was very helpful. He sent me these. I didn't ask for sandalwood, but when I bought the Quandongs, he sent me sandalwood seeds for nothing as well, just a few of them, and I planted them. And in point of fact, they seem to come up more easily than Quandongs do. They do. Here's a handheld look at the sandalwood leaves up close on some of the young seedlings. Focus. Young sandalwood leaves. There's some more around here. Young sandalwood. Sandalwood is quite expensive. Jewelry shops sell the sandalwood beads, and they're not cheap, those little sandalwood beads. That's what they look like. Let's look at the root of this one around the base. Where are you? There's where it came out of the ground from a nut planted last season. So they're getting on. In a few months' time they shall have been planted a year ago. So how high are they? This is how high they've grown this past summer. So what happened here is you've got something that wasn't from Eastern Australia actually surviving quite well in Eastern Australia. I'll go and have a look at some in the ground. Yes, let's go and have a look at the ones in the ground now coming up. Well, here we have an acacia tree, and just coming up within the root distance of the acacia tree, there's some. They're either Quandongs or sandalwoods. I'm not sure. I think they're probably sandalwoods because, well, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, but I suspect there are sandalwoods. I just planted the seeds everywhere. it seems to be easier to get sandalwood trees growing than it does to get quandongs growing, but it could be a quandong, I don't know. But certainly I know in some places where I definitely put in sandalwood seeds, they've come up. And while I'm talking about bush tucker, I'll just show you these lovely Ruby Saltbush coming up. Aren't they lovely? Look how beautiful they are. All ripe and free. They'd be nice. Yes, they'd be very nice with ice cream. Yummy. So, aren't they wonderful? Just free. They're quite sweet with their distinct flavour. So that's my little bush tucker tour for you. Tour or tour, however you like to say it. See you then. Ruby Saltbush.